What is good, Clouded people? Welcome back to the channel where we specialize in rapper marketing, rap vlogs, and rap analysis videos. You're here with your boy,
the Rap Oracle,
Baba Lamb. Today we have a special video that will directly apply to small artists such as yourself. If you're small, you might be big, I don't know.
Pause.
And that it will help you grow a fan base basically from ground zero with 100 or just 1,000 followers so that you can finally get the momentum you need to jumpstart your rap career. Today we will be going over the third part in the series of proven marketing tactics of already successful artists. There are already 2 videos out in this series. You can check them in the link in the description after this video because you won't want to miss this one. And they are specifically on the Lil Pump plan and how he blew up. And then the second one is on the internet money effect or internet money strategy on how they as a record label blow up artists. So basically this series is how already proven and successful artists use marketing tactics to make themselves go viral overnight or within a short period of time. More specifically, this strategy is called the paid media strategy. Not sure if it's a real strategy or if I just coined it myself, but as I mentioned before, you can use it at the beginning of your career to jumpstart your momentum for your fan base, or you can even use it when you're much bigger. I know that a lot of big artists like Trippie Redd and Famous Dex and a lot of artists actually use it every single album release. So without further ado,
let's get into it.
Contrary to my prior videos, this video will not be a step-by-step process because it's rather simple. Instead, I'll be going over how it works and why you should actually be doing this strategy, as well as just a general outline. So if you guys are interested by the end, I will make another video or a series of videos that will specifically tell you how to do it in a step-by-step process. Okay, the outline. The general premise of the paid media strategy is to gain an initial following and learn information about your target audience or the audience that you didn't even know liked your content. As a small artist, and I can relate because I'm small, I used to be even smaller. I'm not necessarily an artist, but I am a creator. It is almost impossible to get the ball rolling when you have a couple hundred followers or even just 1,000 followers because no one on Instagram or YouTube really takes you seriously because you have a small number of followers. It's really hard to get someone to follow. You have no social proof. What paid media can do is take you past this buffer zone, gaining you this social proof that you need so that people will actually take you seriously when they check you out, and they'll increase the chances of them following you or listening to your music or content. So in summary, the paid media strategy should definitely be used at the very beginning of your career to gain up to 10,000 followers on IG or any other social media platform. And then with the knowledge and following that you've accumulated through the paid advertising, you can proceed organically and naturally, creating more content that fits this exact mold of the target audience that you have learned about. This is a very simple outline. I know it was really quick, but basically you just use the paid media strategy until you get to 10,000 followers, and then you either stop the paid media or you just keep it at a low rate like $5 a day. Now let's get into the specifics. The paid media strategy that I use utilizes Facebook and YouTube ads to build a fan base completely based upon your music and content. No clout chasing or any foolery. They follow you strictly for your music and content. And the reason I like this is because it really develops a strong fan base that is there for you, not for all the entertainment that is free on Instagram. Say, for example, Lil Pump accumulated a fan base, a huge fan base actually, that is there to watch him on Instagram, but he cannot actually sell his records on his albums. He actually only sold like 40K records in the first week of his last album, which is terrible when you compare him to, say, Trippie Redd, who's, generally the same clout level, but Trippie Redd has more of a music fan base and he sells over 100K. Just put things into perspective. You want to gain the right fan base, the fan base that will actually listen to your music and purchase your content. Also note that I did not include Instagram ads because I just simply don't think that Instagram ads work as effectively because people just don't want to click off of the Instagram app, whereas YouTube and Facebook are more desktop oriented applications and websites, so they have a much higher chance of clicking off into something in an ad than if they're on Instagram, where it's a huge process to get off the app because if you click a YouTube video or a music video, it will actually host the video within the Instagram app itself, whereas Facebook and YouTube will actually direct you to that exact URL. Also, by effective, I mean cheap. I've actually successfully been able to keep all my ads at 1 to 3 cents per click on my video. This means per dollar, you're gonna get at least 30 to 100 new listeners on your song or music video, which can also translate into followers and subscribers on your YouTube channel. Whereas if you paid for an organic promotion on, say, like an IG page or something like that reposts content, you likely won't see any followers coming from that page because everyone's just trolling and things like that. The good thing about Facebook and YouTube ads is they actually know who to target within these specific demographics that are likely to follow or subscribe to your channel or accounts based on their interests, and if they're actually open to following new people. Because if people aren't likely to click ads, they actually won't present them ads to convert because it just doesn't make sense. They won't earn any money. Neither you or Google will earn any benefit from someone not clicking your ads because they don't earn any money when an ad is not clicked. At the beginning, you might not actually see a high conversion rate from your views to subscribers or followers. However, all you need to really do is just keep testing out content. I'd say by the 10th ad, you'll have perfected everything and you'll be able to gain subscribers and followers out the wazoo. Also keep in mind, video content is super popular on all these platforms. I've mentioned in another video, but video content is pretty much taking over because pictures are really easy for consumers on these apps to scroll by, whereas videos are more captivating. Try and use videos with subtitles so that when people are actually on the Facebook ads, if they don't have their sound on, they can know what you're saying or they can read your lyrics and see if you're fired that way too. Now, when you find the ad set or the campaign, I can get into all those definitions later, but basically when you just figure out the optimized ad that's performing the best or the couple of ads that are performing the most effectively, you should quit on all the other ads and use all that money that you're putting into there, say like $2.50 per day on each ad. You can put them all into this most effective ad and just scale up your ad to have the highest rate of conversion into followers and subscribers. And with this process of optimizing your ads and scaling up, you pretty much knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone. Not only were you gaining more followers in this process just by getting yourself exposed to a larger audience, you also found out which content works best so that you can use it organically on your other platforms, because normally the highest performing ad will actually be the best content for your other platforms too. By this I mean, if one Facebook ad with a different song has a better conversion rate into subscribers and followers than another, you know that that song is much more popular and you want to start swaying to that type of genre or subgenre in the future. So I was kind of teasing at this before, but I just want to make it clear that I believe that a paid media strategy, at least at the beginning of your career, is much more effective than organic promotion on an Instagram page or a repost account. And the main reason for this is the data that you receive with the paid media strategy, whereas with the organic promotion, you pretty much receive no data whatsoever other than likes and comments, but those can easily be botted, honestly. And then on the other hand, with the paid media strategy, when you're paying for ads on Facebook and YouTube, all these things, you can make a ton of ads with a ton of different variables in each of them to test out what part of the ad is the trigger making people convert into followers and subscribers more. For example, I talked about one of the songs was probably more popular than the other. If one has subtitles in it and the other one doesn't, but the subtitles gain more followers, you know that that was the reason. Maybe you're doing something funny or memeable in one of the ads, whereas the other one you weren't and it was more serious. Maybe you should start swaying towards the memeable content because that's converting more. There's infinite reasons as to why content could do better than another piece of content, but you get the drift for now. Additionally, you can target different audiences such as the rap and hip hop enthusiasts, and then you have gamers. You can target different demographics of age, like 18 to 25 or 25 to 35, and maybe the 18 to 35 range likes your content better, so you can start targeting them more. Organic promotion, you would never have known this. I mentioned this before as well. Google and Facebook already have a ton of data on people and their interests. They actually got in trouble for it because they actually had too much data. And maybe this is good for you if you're using ads, because it makes it easier for you to target the specific interests that people have. So if you want to target people who actually like emo rap, you can go into Juice WRLD's Facebook page and target the people who like his Facebook page, or other people like Lil Peep, very specific people, even smaller artists. The smaller the better, honestly, because they are going to be the most targeted and most similar to your genre. And again, with influencer marketing, you can't really do any of this. With this, you're kind of just punching sand. And finally, another reason for using a paid media strategy is it's super easy, cheap, and convenient. You can set a daily budget of like $5 or even $1 every single day on Facebook and YouTube for it to just continually run. It doesn't even charge you until you've used $300, in fact. So if you used $1 a day, that would be 300 days until you actually have to pay. And who knows, you might pop off by then and have a ton of money. And it won't stop until you stop it. So this could be a good and bad thing. Good because it's just a working machine that's always growing your account even when you're not doing anything online. But then it's bad if you don't have necessarily a lot of money, so you can't just let it run continuously infinitely. But you can also set a campaign budget, meaning a total sum of money that it can use. So if you put $300, it'll only run for those 300 days at $1 a day. And furthermore, regarding the infinite growth that you can get with Facebook and YouTube ads, YouTube and Facebook actually grow significantly every single day. They're both, I believe, over 1 billion monthly users already, and they're only getting bigger as more and more countries become more developed and more people grow up and become 18 so they can actually join these social networks. And actually most people join before they're 18 legally. And with this large amount of people that are on the platforms, most of them won't actually be following these organic promotion pages that you would be paying to post your content. So you're hitting a way bigger demographic and definitely more specific and targeted than with your organic promo. So it's really a win-win. It's cheaper and it's more targeted, and it'll get you more followers than the organic promotion can even compete with. The possibilities and combinations are actually endless. You can even target the exact promotion pages that you were willing to pay before and put your video before that channel's videos. You can advertise your music video before the World Star music video or Elevator music video or anything like that, or even in the recommended videos below it. Or if someone types in Juice WRLD, you can target that specific search term to put your song at the top of that search. Yes, it will say ad, but people actually don't care as much as you think. And again, YouTube and Facebook target the people who are most likely to click on the ads so they can receive money. So I think this is a huge positive strategy that can work, and it's actually worked for me in the past and it continues to work. I'm still growing from paid media strategy, but obviously there are some large misconceptions or disbeliefs in this strategy. So let's go over them. So most people actually don't think that they work because they don't themselves click on ads.
But
again, Facebook and Google know who is most likely to click on the ads, so they target those people. They don't target you to click on ads. So that's why people have this misconception. Every person's internet experience is different because of digital marketing and how these applications know what people are going to click and where to display things so that they make certain actions that they want them to. It's a little bit scary, but that's just how it is. Secondly, people think that posting ads on Instagram and everything are corny. It may be a little bit corny, but are they really going to think you're corny when you have 10,000 followers or larger amount of followers than them and you actually have an active fan base that's growing?
I don't think so.
They're probably going to be really jealous. So if you want to get a view every 2 cents per click and at least 1 subscriber per 50 cents that you put into your YouTube ads, comment below if you're interested in a video on exactly how I make my YouTube and Facebook ads, and I'll make a few of those videos in the future. Hope you learned a little bit about the paid media strategy and why you need to do it. Peace out, cloudy people.
you know what I'm saying?